but people in their families. So much insincerity, you know, the lies, the two-facedness, people not really being totally truthful. And so, yes, this is what COVID and this time and this politics of where we are right now. It's drawing this out, you know, and the truth out of people. You get to see who your true friends are, who your real family is, you know.
So you say it has to happen. I mean,
Yeah, it has to happen.
what it sounds like you're saying is that what has to happen is division and demise and conflict. Is that what has to happen?
This is what's happening. So yes, it obviously has to happen in order for the you know, the unraveling to happen. We're in a massive transformation globally, and before we step into this new timeline, right, 2027, we're entering into in this new gateway, let's say, and it's these things are, it's unraveling. We have to clear the shit. It has to all
So do
come
we
out.
just let it unravel?
It's happening. It's like it is happening. It is doing us.
And what sucks about this, from my perspective, is I consider myself to be a leader who sets an example, who creates something that works, right? So I'm just feeling compelled to want to do something about this extreme division. But what I'm hearing from you is that I should stop trying and just let it happen.
I mean, if you're doing anything, you do it based on your strategy. If you feel like this invitation has come to you to really have this response to something, sure. I mean, if you don't really feel like doing something and you're doing it anyway, it's like, how does that feel? If you're doing it just because and there's no passion behind it, there's really no calling for doing it. So, I mean, entering into anything in the correct ways is what's important. But in terms of what's unraveling right now, it's happening no matter what. There's all kinds of opinions here and there, people getting nasty about this one and that one. I mean, can you stop that? Can't
Well,
stop that.
I can set an example of what's not that, but you're right. It's almost like the force is too strong to stop.
It's way too strong. It's like this thing is moving and it's coming undone, and it has to, because it's been building up for a long time, and now we got to the peak, and it's like it has to unload. And as it's unloading, this is what it looks like. So the only thing we can do is to really hold our composure and operate correctly based on how we are designed to operate, make the right decision, make correct decisions, and be in the right place with the right people at the right time, and yeah, make your vote.
What's coming to mind is one of the things I teach is we all want breakthroughs, right? We want breakthroughs in our business, we want breakthroughs in our realizations of who we are, we want breakthroughs. My experience in life is that breakthroughs are often preceded by breakdowns. So what I'm hearing from you is that the breakdown kind of has to happen in order for the future, whatever that looks like, whether it be looking at 2027 or whatever, to play out the way it's meant to play out. Is that kind of what I'm getting from you?
Pretty much, yeah. I think so.
So here's the breakdowns.
I mean, it's unavoidable anyway. It's happening. I mean, we've seen the buildup. And what's his name? He tells us all the time. Jeff Bezos. He says, I know that his company, Amazon's gonna crash at some point. He knows it. It's just the nature of how things work. There's always a boom and bust.
It's like a life cycle.
Yeah. We're always going through these cycles, and we're at the end of the cycle right now. And at the end of the cycle, this is what it looks. It looks like distortion, confusion, and the breaking down of these institutions and old forms. The old structure, the old money, and so they don't want to let go. It's not gonna. They're holding on for dear life. And so, but it's happening, and it's gonna go the way Rome fell. So many different civilizations did. It's just this is where we are, and we are experiencing it. We have the awareness to experience it in 2020. This is what it is.
So what advice would you give to anybody who is looking to lead a life of, love, compassion, raising a family that actually has values in the system that as it is right now.
Come listen to us more. We're gonna have we're gonna have some workshops and really in teaching people how to live based on the way they've been wired up to navigate these times, especially these very specific things in terms of how to navigate the turbulence of this confusion and distortion that's filled in our world, not knowing, especially for the young ones, the millennials and so on, and younger. There's the division, the truth and the lies and the fake news. There's so much information and so much noise. It's hard for one to believe anything anymore. And there's a mechanism that's built into us, into these body vehicles that we have, that lets us know it's a divine gift, that lets us know how to always stay aligned, how to make decisions correctly, how to know how to be in the right place at the right time, the right people, the right opportunities, how to deal with the challenges that's coming to you. And you're wired up to face these things. You're not wired up to come into this place and suffer. You're wired up to know, but we just haven't been taught. And we have that here for you. So as we build this community of friends and to join us in these conversations, yes, there will be stuff revealed and places where you can meet us and where we'll have these teachings. It's coming very soon, so tune in with us.
Right, so stay on this platform, enlighteningconversations20@gmail.com. If you have any input, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.